The human brain is an extraordinary organ that processes vast amounts of information daily. However, despite its impressive capabilities, it isn't always truthful. Our brains are wired to simplify information, make quick judgments, and protect us from emotional or physical harm. But in doing so, they sometimes deceive us, leading to misconceptions, faulty beliefs, and distorted perceptions. Here are 10 ways your brain lies to you every day. 1. The illusion of memory. Our memories are not as reliable as we think. The brain tends to reconstruct memories rather than record them accurately. This can lead to false recollections, with details altered or events entirely fabricated. We may think we remember something vividly, but in reality, our brain has filled in the gaps, sometimes distorting the truth. 2. Confirmation bias. Your brain loves being right. Confirmation bias is the tendency to seek out information that supports your existing beliefs and ignore anything that contradicts them. This mental shortcut can reinforce stereotypes, prevent personal growth, and limit exposure to diverse perspectives. 3. The spotlight effect. Ever feel like everyone is watching you when you make a mistake or do something embarrassing? That's your brain playing tricks on you with the spotlight effect. It makes you believe you're the center of attention far more than you actually are, which can cause unnecessary stress and anxiety. 4. Cognitive dissonance. When your actions and beliefs don't align, your brain experiences discomfort, known as cognitive dissonance. To reduce this discomfort, your brain may trick you into justifying your behavior, even if it contradicts your values. This often leads to rationalizations like, "It wasn't so bad," or "Everyone else is doing it." 5. The halo effect. Your brain tends to judge people based on a single characteristic, especially if it's positive. For example, if someone is attractive, you may subconsciously assume they're also kind, intelligent, or successful. This cognitive bias can lead to flawed judgments and decisions based on superficial traits. 6. The anchoring effect. When making decisions, your brain tends to give disproportionate weight to the first piece of information it receives. This is called the anchoring effect. Whether it's a price tag or a first impression, your brain will often base future judgments on the initial anchor, even if it's irrelevant or misleading. 7. The availability heuristic. Your brain tends to estimate the likelihood of an event happening based on how easily examples come to mind. This is called the availability heuristic. If you've recently heard about a plane crash, for example, you might overestimate the risk of flying, even though air travel is statistically very safe. 8. Overconfidence bias. Your brain often leads you to overestimate your abilities or knowledge. Overconfidence bias makes you believe you're more skilled or knowledgeable than you actually are, which can lead to poor decision-making, failure to learn from mistakes, or underestimating challenges. 9. Time discounting. Your brain tends to prioritize immediate rewards over future ones, a phenomenon known as time discounting. Whether it's indulging in unhealthy food or procrastinating on a project, the brain often tricks you into valuing short-term pleasure over long-term benefits, which can sabotage your goals. 10. The fading affect bias. We tend to remember negative events more intensely than positive ones, but over time, negative emotions tend to fade, while positive memories remain stronger. This is called the fading affect bias. Your brain is wired to make you feel better by diminishing the intensity of past negative experiences, even if the event itself was significant. These mental tricks show that our brains are constantly working to help us navigate life, but sometimes they create biases, misperceptions, or shortcuts that can mislead us. By becoming aware of these tendencies, we can make more informed decisions, correct faulty judgments, and ultimately learn to think more critically about the world around us.